Welcome back, basketball fans. So, players made their votes on who should be the MVP this year. They have Shea beating the Joker. And obviously, they are the two guys I think deserve to be number one and two. I just think, obviously, Joker deserves to be number one and Shea's number two. They want to give Shea all this credit because, of course, team success and his high percentage of scoring. But the Joker is actually doing it higher, also leading the league in rebounds and leading the league in assists. And he's not a point guard. Shea's a point guard. Yet he averages half the assists that the Joker averages. Explain that to me. But the biggest problem people have with this particular situation is the fact that Wemby was number 6 on this list. And some people in the media were trying to push Wemby to be the MVP this year, above both Joker and SGA, which to me was like, come on. This is typical media propaganda. The media loves to push propaganda. It's the same way they tried to push, or they successfully pushed Embiid over the Joker the year he won, making it a race situation. The only people making a race situation, of course, was the media, right? And now they're trying to make this a Wemby situation because he plays defense. It's like, give me a break. Like, there's a Defensive Player of the Year fucking award, you retards, and he's going to win that. So saying he deserves to be MVP when consistently the best player on his team has been Castle, who's played more games and far more minutes. Trying to put Wemby in this position when he's been on a 23-minute-a-game sort of lockdown. So the team wouldn't let him play more minutes than that. And then he still sat out back-to-back games on tons of examples. And this kid's young. This is his second, third year in the league. And already they got him on time restraints. I mean, Jesus, what does that tell you about his future longevity? I mean, if this kid can't play consistently 30 minutes a game and 75 games a season or 70 games a season, then as like a 22, 23-year-old, what's the hope for him to do anything long term? But okay, we know the media is trying to jam this kid into the conversation. So now they're offended because the players don't have him there. But why would the players have him there? The 3 players above him all deserve to be above him. Luka, who's putting up 33 and 8 and 8 this year, being the main driving factor for the Lakers, who at one point were close to being number 3 in the rankings for the West, obviously until he got hurt. And now they've slid to number 4, maybe even to number 5. We'll see what goes on to finish the season. But, then you got Cade Cunningham for Detroit, who's been the best team in the East. A sleeper team, all because of Cade, who's been putting up great numbers all year, almost triple-double type of numbers, like really surprising everybody, putting up fantastic numbers. And people were sort of upset that he wasn't going to be qualified to be in the running because he didn't play enough games because he got hurt. Hurt in a game, not hurt or sitting down because they were trying to rest him like Wemby. He literally hurt himself diving for a loose ball, right? So it seems kind of unfair that he's going to get screwed over in those kind of all-star, type of ranking type of things. But nonetheless, then of course you got Brown for Boston, who's played the whole season without the number 2, number 1 player on the team in Tatum. Yet Boston's been great. They haven't missed a fucking beat. They got rid of their center. Tatum's been hurt all season, and they've just continued to go out and do what they've always done, being, if not the best team in the East, one of the top 2 teams in the East. And to finish the season, now that Tatum's come back, they look like they're prime and ready to dominate the East in the playoffs. So to have those 3 players above Wemby, it would be disrespectful to put Wemby above those players. Brown's earned his right to be respected. This is a guy who's been disrespected, didn't make the U.S. Olympic team, right? Which nobody could believe, could not understand how this kid didn't get an opportunity to play for that team. Then you think of Cade Cunningham. Obviously, he was a high drafted player, but went to a team like Detroit that struggled. So hasn't got a lot of attention because he's in a circumstance in a small market team that people aren't watching. So he's kind of been overlooked. The media hasn't been pushing him. like they are Wemby. Then, of course, Luka, who multiple years was in the running for MVP, so it's no surprise, no shock that bouncing back after last year getting traded from Dallas, where they said he's terrible and he can never make a team win, even though he got Dallas to the fucking finals against Boston, has bounced back with, if not the best year of his career, one of the best years. 33 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists a game, right? Doing exactly what he's been known for. Being a great passer and a great scorer, and very clutch when it comes down to it. So it's not that I feel offended that Wemby is being pushed by the media, but it's clear and blatant what the media is doing. The people that are offended by him not being top 5, media members, right? The media somehow thinks that just because they have an opinion, somehow it's more valid than other people. No. These clowns that have talk shows and podcasts and get pushed by ESPN, the majority of them fucking know less than we do. Factual. I mean, how many times have I heard an expert NBA guy not even know fucking some specifics, right? Things that majority of us take for granted because we know so well already because we follow the game, right? But these guys don't. You know, it's mind-numbing. Truthfully, when Stephen A. Smith pretends that he's like this fucking sports guru and his opinion somehow is more relevant than yours, I mean, give me a break. He's the loudest man in the room, but that's fucking the only thing he's got going for him. That and a huge contract from ESPN for some reason, because he's not one person that I like to listen to because his opinions are full of shit, politically and sports related. But let me know in the comment section below. Do you think Wemby was hard done by, that the players don't have him in the top 5? They have him at number 6, considering the players that are listed above him, who all deserve recognition. And this isn't to say Wemby doesn't deserve recognition, but he is going to be the Defensive Player of the Year, right? And he is the youngest player out of all the guys that we just listed. So his future is not now. His future is moving forward. That's if he could play fucking more than 23 minutes a game.